In the IELTS Academic Writing Task 1, you could be presented with a diagram to report on. Here is how to get a Band 7 on the IELTS Diagram question. Well, that's just for you. Let's get cracking. Here is the diagram we're going to be looking at today, and we're going to use this to show you how to get a level 7 in just 7 minutes. The diagram below shows the process of how Adam makes his Smash Exams YouTube videos. Summarise the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. And as you can see, it's a beautifully drawn diagram by yours truly. As always with the Academic Writing Task 1, you should always understand and plan first, then write an introduction, then write the overview, and then write 2 body paragraphs. Start the clock, and let's start with the understanding and planning stage. When you open the exam and you see the diagram, the first thing you need to do is to understand what the process is. So we can have a quick look at the diagram and we can see that Adam has an idea, he then writes it, redrafts it until it's ready, then it passes the quality check and he makes some slides, usually around 6 or 7. If he ignores distractions, he can then get dressed up so he can look good on camera. He then does filming, he takes 3 or 4 takes, then he edits for 3 hours, then he'll publish, then he sits worried for the rest of the day checking likes, and then he's happy if he gets a new subscriber. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, please subscribe. The best way to do it on a process is to split the diagram into 2 key stages. I've chosen to use the first group as the idea stage till the filming stage, and then that means my second group will be after the filming. This is key because you can use group 1 for the first body paragraph and group 2 for the second body paragraph. Let's get on with the introduction. When you're writing the introduction, you have to paraphrase the question. So as we can see here, it says the diagram below shows the process of how Adam makes his Smash Exams YouTube videos. How I would paraphrase this is I would change the diagram below to the diagram illustrates. I would change the process of how Adam makes his, I would say the steps that Adam takes. That is the same as a process. And instead of makes his, I've changed it to create his. These are synonyms and it makes your introduction in your own words. Also, Smash Exams YouTube videos, there's not much you can do to paraphrase that, but I've changed videos to lessons. That's it, introduction, done. The overview is tricky for the diagram because we don't really have trends to view like we do with graphs. Here's a tip of how to write the overview. Firstly, you start with the word overall. That's the same with everything, always start with overall. Then you can talk about how many stages they have. So I've looked and counted, it has 10 stages. So we can say overall, the process has 10 stages. Next, talk about where it starts. Starting with Adam having an idea for a video, and how does it end? And ending with him happy about getting a new subscriber. Seriously. This is the simplest way to write a Band 7 overview. Talk about how many stages they have, what is the first stage and what is the last stage. Start with the word overall. Now the tricky bit, the body paragraphs. The body paragraphs are a little bit different in the diagram than they will be if you do a chart or a graph. That's mainly because it's just a step-by-step description of what happens in the process diagram. In the planning stage, you split the process into 2 different groups. The first group is finished at filming, and the second group started with the editing just afterwards. The best way to start your first body paragraph is with a time connector. My favourite one to use is firstly. So you say firstly and then you look, how does it start? Well, Adam has an idea. He then writes the idea down and then redrafts it. So you say that. Firstly, Adam has an idea. He then writes his idea down and redrafts it. He does this until it passes a quality check. Next, Adam creates his 6 or 7 slides and tries to ignore distractions. He then gets dressed up so he can look his best on camera. After that, he films 3 or 4 takes. And the best thing you can do is use these time connectors all the way through. We can see here that we start with firstly, then we use words like then, and until, next, then, after that. You see, each stage is in a sequential order. Each stage is in order from start to finish. And we got all the way up to filming, which is our first group. But look here to see some other time connectors that you can use in your writing. The second body paragraph should start where the last one finished. My favourite way to do this, if you want one that will cover all of them, is the next stage starts with. Now we know that it starts with editing because we can see on the diagram. So here's what I wrote. The next stage starts with the editing. This can take around 3 hours. After that, Adam publishes his video and then sits worrying for the rest of the day and checking his likes. Finally, he is happy if he gets a new subscriber. Again, we're using these time connectors. After that, you stop. No conclusion. I will say though, if it is a cyclical diagram, which it sometimes is in IELTS, imagine there was a line from happy when he gets a subscriber back to Adam has an idea. This is a cyclical process, so you could add a line at the very end saying the process then repeats. That's it. The process then repeats if it goes back to the start. No conclusion, that's it, you're done. Again, here again are the words you need to use for the process diagram. And the ones I've used is next, after that, then, finally. This is essential for getting a level 7 on this. Also, make sure you use synonyms and vary your sentence structure. Check out my video on sentence structure just up there. Thank you, good luck, and smash those exams. And stop the clock. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. If you need more help on any of the other texts that could come up in the IELTS Academic Writing Task 2, check out one of these videos and they will help you out. If you got any value from this at all, please like and subscribe. I make videos often, maybe 3 times a week, so if you subscribe and hit the notification button, you'll be sure to get the videos as soon as they are released. Thank you.